99.9% of all the chicken sold in the world comes from factory farms where they can grow a chicken within 42 days. That's less than 6 weeks. I mean, a full-grown chicken. Chicken is the most genetically manipulated animal protein that you can consume. You know, in the past, long ago, a chicken would take a good amount of time to grow, and that's a normal process. But now they've speeded it up by a factor of 65 times faster. So anytime you alter Mother Nature and you grow something that fast, there's some consequences with. So I have a question. Maybe you heard of eating raw fish, right? Sushi, or maybe even a rare steak. But why don't people ever eat raw or rare chicken meat, right? You pull up to your fast food restaurant and ask for a chicken sandwich, but you want it on the rare side. That just doesn't happen. Why? Because of the risks of Salmonella, Campylobacter, or E. coli. These are pathogenic microbes. Why would these pathogens be in chicken, but yet you don't see them in other animal products? Well, it has to do with the environment that these chickens are raised in. This is not a normal thing. In fact, these microbes even grow within our body, and they don't harm us unless the environment changes and it becomes more stressful, and they can go from being neutral to pathogenic. So this is why when you buy a chicken from a grocery store and you're cutting up a raw chicken and you're using knives and you're using a cutting board, and then you put it in the oven, right? You really have to sterilize the cutting board, your hands, the utensils that you use, the knife you use, or chances are there's a high chance you're going to have these microbes present, and then that can create a big time infection in you. But of course, everyone knows that you have to cook the heck out of chicken to make sure you kill the pathogens. Second question, why do they have to flavor chicken meat? And I'm not talking about going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. You go to a grocery store and you buy chicken breast in a package, they're raw. Look at the back of the label. Why do they add flavorings in the ingredients? That is because if they don't, it's not going to taste like anything, right? Well, why is that? Because of the way they're grown, how fast they're grown. They're grown so fast, the chicken doesn't have a chance to develop certain flavor chemicals. The third question, why do they have to add colorings to the chicken meats? That's right, they have to give the chicken certain pigments to change the color to make it look like healthy chicken meat, or else it might look a bit gray, right? And you wouldn't eat that. But I'm not kidding, they actually color chicken meat to make it look more appetizing.